Hello and welcome back to Pokemon Crystal. I'm your host Serahbear and let's get started. So if you might be able to tell by the way that this is being laid out right now, this is unfortunately another after episode. And double unfortunately, I don't really remember much of this because I went to go get the audio and it was like corrupted somehow. It just I don't know, it just wasn't working out. So I went over the episode a little bit before and I was just like, I have no idea what was going on in here or anything that I could have said, and I don't know. Again, I'm really sorry about that. I guess I could start off by saying, yeah, it's been about, I don't know, 3 weeks or so, and usually, when it comes down to that, I'll say sorry, and I mean I am sorry, but I'll say sorry, and then it's usually because of bad stuff. This time, however, though, it was because of good stuff. It wasn't a matter of me having problems, it was a matter of good things going on for the past 3 weeks or so, and just being kind of anxious and waiting for all my results to come back and everything like that. I'll say probably the only bad thing that happened was I had a few days where I was a little bit sick, and I had one day that I went to the doctor because again I just hadn't been feeling well lately. But yeah, other than that, everything has been really good, and I'm excited for things that are coming up. I'm sure I've probably talked about this before, but and I mean, if anyone follows me on Twitter, then they've seen this too. But in a couple of days, well, not a couple of days, but I think almost 3 weeks, a little bit more than that, 3.5 weeks. MagFest is going to be here, and I'm going to that. So I think that's going to be a lot of fun. It's my first time going to MagFest, though. I haven't been there before. If anyone is curious what MagFest is, it's short for Music and Gaming Festival, and it's a convention of sorts, or a festival, obviously, where they celebrate music and gaming music, and yeah, like I said, I haven't gone before, so I don't know the exact details of everything, but I'm sure it's going to be good. Trying to think what else. I know one thing that's probably going to consume a bunch of my time is Fire Emblem Fates is coming out in February. Also, apparently during the same time as MagFest. But they're going to have Birthright and Conquest, and then the DLC is Revelations, and then I also guess they're coming out with another DLC, which is like a map pack, which I'm assuming is probably going to be similar to what they did with Awakening, where they had those situations on, depending on who you married or whatever, different stuff could happen. But who knows, because the game hasn't come out yet in the US. Trying to think what else. Another cool thing that's going on too is they're doing the Pokemon 20th anniversary, and every month a special Pokemon comes out. The Pokemon for this month was Mew, and then I think next month they're doing Selby at Toys R Us, and then I think after that it's Jirachi, and then Darkrai, and then Manphy, and then Shaman, Arceus, and then I don't know who's after Arceus, but they're gonna have Keldeo, and I'm trying to think of some of the other specials too. I already said Darkrai. Who's the other one that's Because there's like 4 of them that are coming out at GameStop, and then the other 8 are coming out at Toys R Us and stuff like that. And Walmart's getting like a special Pikachu, I guess. GameStop is getting Genesect, I know that. What are some... Oh, Toys R Us is also getting Victini, and they're getting one more, but I don't remember who. Ugh. But yeah, another thing that's been going on with Pokemon, which I think is pretty cool, is, I actually haven't seen any information about it in a while, but I'm thinking that Pokemon Go is probably going to become a thing, maybe? I don't know. Someone else would know better than me. But yeah, I'm trying to think what else with that. Pokemon Picross came out recently. I don't know if anyone's playing that. I'm playing it, but I blew all my pick rates on stuff I didn't need. So now I'm stuck. And I can either buy some or wait and do the training exercises every day. Trying to think what else that's come out recently. Sorry, there was... Well... shoot. What else came out? All I remember was, next to Pokemon Picross, they had a demo for Yokai Watch, but I didn't play it. I didn't even download it. Some Amiibo have come out too. Lucas came out. The second wave of Animal Crossing Amiibo came out. And the second series of cards came out. And what else with Amiibo? Oh yeah, they did reserves for Roy and for some of the other ones. I think. I know Roy for sure because I reserved him and I got him. Who else? I can't really think of anyone, but I'm hoping that Cloud will have some sort of reserve soon or something. Maybe Bayonetta. But yeah, that's all I can really think about with Pokemon and that. Pokemon and Amiibo. I mean, besides the fact that we're playing a Pokemon game, to be honest, I haven't really been paying attention. We were just going through Team Rocket. And I derped up here and I was like, oh yeah, you just go back upstairs because now we're in the department store, because duh. Wait, is that right? Yeah, that's right, because... Yeah, because you go down into the basement, you get the card, and then you go back into the radio tower. But... Yeah, I mean, nothing really has happened. I mean, I'm just kind of... Funny enough, I'm kind of just looking at my collection of games and stuff, and now my ear itches. God, this episode is gonna be boring as hell. I actually am gonna have a chance to start, Xenoblade Chronicles X. Like, start playing it, because I couldn't before, because my Wii U ran out of memory. So I bought a hard drive. And then I forgot to buy the cable. So I had to buy a Y cable because it didn't have a designated power source. It didn't have its own. So I had to do that. So I finally got that going. So I can finally start playing the game and everything, and I'll have the extra memory and all that, and that's all good and fun. The only problem with the cable is, so it can get power, it has to be plugged into both of the USB ports in the back of the system. So I'm not entirely sure how I'd be able to record stuff off of the Wii U, but we'll just have to figure that out somehow. What else has been going on in the Pokemon and new stuff like that? Oh, I should say I'm also waiting on Twilight Princess, the remake. I already have my reserve down on the collection with the amiibo, cause that amiibo looks tight. But yeah, I remember playing Twilight Princess like when it came out. I actually had a reserve on it for the GameCube version, and GameCube was ready to go, everything was fine, but they ended up holding the game back, I think for 2 years, something crazy like that, so that they could finish the Wii version and then release them both at the same time. And it was just like, really, you could have just released one and then released the other. Like, that wouldn't have been such a big deal. But yeah, I mean, like, what was even the point of doing that? I've still been trying to think up ideas for the next Let's Play that I go over. I mean, I have one for sure if I can't really think of anything else to do. Ew, Golbat's gross. Sick. I have one like thought up if I can't think of anything else to do, and I'm sure I can think of probably some more series-wise that I could do that would be nice. I'm thinking maybe I could also start streaming again, but the thing is like, when I was doing streams, I only had like 2 or 3 viewers, if that. And it didn't seem like anyone wanted to watch me stream or anything like that, so I kind of figured what was the point. I mean, I was spending like so much power and stuff, like trying to do these stream sessions, and it just ended up not really going anywhere and made me a little sad. I mean, I was doing it because I was having fun, and I mean, I was having fun, but when you're sitting there kind of talking to yourself, I mean, much like I'm doing right now, I don't know. I just felt like, I mean, when you're doing live streaming, you actually get to interact with the audience. If you have an audience, which I really didn't. But you get to interact with the audience, and the difference with that and YouTube is that YouTube, I mean, you can interact with the audience, but you can't really do it until the video's over. Like, you can't really do it until the video's up, and, you know, there's a possibility that you already did what someone suggested, or already went through something that someone said, or, you know, discussed it, but they didn't know that because you didn't put the video up yet. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like... Oh, excuse me. Sorry, oh my goodness. But I feel like with streaming, it's almost instantaneous. There might be like a little bit of lag, like like there's a little bit of lag, like something that you did they might not see for like a minute or two. But yeah, other than that, like, it's you know, they're right next to each other and they're going on and they're doing that. Oh, but as I was saying before about stuff for series, like, I really haven't gotten many suggestions outside of like things that I've already done, but just like a continuation of, like, I know I've said this, I'm pretty positive I've said this before, but I am going to continue on with the Golden Sun series, and, you know, people tell me, oh, play the next one, and I feel like I just played the first one, like, I just played through it, so why would I do the second one right after? But maybe it wouldn't really matter, because I think that series is actually one of my better ones, and it was done blind, like I hadn't played the series before. I'm just trying to think of what else I can do. Besides just that, or like another Pokemon game or something like that. I guess it also just comes down to me trying to figure out what I am able to do with what I have. I'm sorry I keep saying I mean, you guys have probably noticed that that's like the thing I say the most. If I had an counter, it would be just off the charts. Anyways, I just did it again. Anyways, just trying to think of what else I can do besides just continuation of series that I've covered, or like the first one of a series that I've covered. I could also venture to spend a little time to buy more games, perhaps, like games that I don't like. A virtual console, I guess, is what I mean. But yeah, I'm not really sure what else I can do besides that stuff, and I don't really know what else anyone would be interested in, because I haven't really gotten many suggestions. I mean, I love the Pokemon series. I love the Zelda series. Zelda series is something that I would like to do, but I have to figure out how to get that to work correctly. And that's not something that I've figured out yet. And there's definitely one game that I want to do for sure. So, PS3, Xbox 360 game. And it might also be PC now, I don't remember. But there's definitely a PS3, Xbox 360 game that I want to go over, but again, have to figure out how to be able to do that as well. And if I'll be able to delete the file, because I feel like I'd be deleting so much. Like, the only reason why I would be deleting it would be to get achievements over again. But other than that, yeah. I mean, again, I guess I just have to spend some time when I can, which I don't know when I could, to figure out what I would be capable of covering. And I know there are some like specific things that I can't cover, mostly because of like copyright strike and stuff. I mean, even with games like this, with Pokemon and that, I still I haven't faced anything like that, but I think it's because I'm not really making money on the series. I'm not making money on any of these videos. Like, it's all free and stuff. But what else could I cover? You know, I like Final Fantasy, I like Mario, I like Legend of Zelda, I like Pokemon, I like Fire Emblem, I don't know, I like a whole bunch of crap. That's what I like. Ooh, that might be a good one too. Sorry, I'm looking at a game over on my shelf and I'm thinking maybe that might be one to do. If I can find it. Or maybe even a Suikoden game. No, because I heard... Who was it? Konami, I think? Was going after people on that, so I don't know if I'd be able to do that either. It's hard. Like, I want to cover some of these games, but I'm so afraid of getting in trouble. And I don't want to get strikes or anything like that for having a game up and like the music be copyrighted or something. I don't want to have strikes or something like that when I'm not trying to make money off of it or anything like that. I'm just trying to play it and show people me playing it because it's something that I enjoy. Little Big Planet's good too. Sorry, at this point I'm just like talking to myself. Ooh, maybe I could do, excuse me, sorry about that. Maybe I could do Sly Cooper. That would be a good one. What else could I do? I don't know. I'm running out of like ideas. I mean, there's things that I can do. I just have to find. Just have to figure out if it'd be possible for me to do it. And the other thing too is I want to be able to take suggestions as well. I mean, no one's really suggested like, oh, play this game. It would be so great. Like, please do it. Or please stream more. Oh my god, streams are the best. Cause then blah 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 blah. I think another thing that's kind of like easier with YouTube as well too is, I mean, YouTube compared to like Twitch streaming, is that with YouTube, I mean, you can put the video up literally at any time and a person doesn't have to watch it right then and there. They could end up watching it a few days from now, they could watch it a week from now, they could watch it a couple hours from when it's uploaded, or they could just watch it right when it comes out. I mean, it all depends. Like, people in different time zones would be able to watch something like that, but like if you put up a stream and you're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it at like 3 p.m. Eastern, then that's 12 p.m. Pacific. But anyone in Europe, well, Europe might be okay. I was gonna say anyone in Europe might be screwed, but not really, because that would be about like 9 p.m., 10 p.m. About. Kind of depends on where in Europe that you're at. I only say that because I used to work with a team that ran like the company was in Germany, so whenever it was 2 o'clock for me, it was 8 o'clock for them, so they were 8 hours ahead of Eastern time, or 6 hours ahead of Eastern time. So it was 2 p.m. my time, it was 8 p.m. their time. So I mean, again, it just kind of depends on where you are in Europe, but you know, that might be late for some people, like especially if they have school tomorrow, or they work and they have to be up early, or, you know, just something like that, or they're going out, like they're hanging out with friends or whatever. But yeah, I mean, that's something that you have to take into consideration, is time zones and all that. I don't know. I think, oh, this is important. I completely forgot that this was an important part with the director. I have no idea what is happening, but you might look into it. Okay, but I better go to my office. He gave us, what was it, the feather? And we got an Ultra Ball. No, he gave us the bell, I think? Yeah. Makes a gentle ringing, the clear bell. Sorry, I couldn't remember that. But yeah, that's important that he gives you that. We need that later for stuff. Oh, crap. Yeah, forget that people give you items, and like if your inventory's full with garbage, you can't take it. So just use PP up on someone's move of some sort. Mud slap. I definitely use that quite a bit, I think. Well, maybe not quite a bit, but I do use it. So that's nice to have extra power points on it. And then the pink ribbon, or the pink bow, I'm sorry, would be best used on Ursaring, since Ursaring is a normal type, and it boosts the attack strength of normal types. or boost their power or whatever. So at this point, it's just kind of collecting extra items and stuff. Oh, I remembered something too at this, things might be a little bit different, because I remember at the end of this episode, somehow it didn't save. So I had to go through, like, a lot of stuff that I did during this episode a second time. And picked up things that I missed and all that stuff. So some of my Pokemon might not be exactly the same as others. But yeah, the director doesn't really give you anything else. I thought he did, but he doesn't. Yeah. I'm just kind of like talking to everyone, making sure that I'm picking up everything. You know, some people are more thankful than others that you helped them. Others don't really give a crap, so whatever to them. But I mean, we got a pink bow and a TM out of it, so that's good. Hold item and a pink bow. I still love how the password, she's like, the password for today, it's help, of course. I love me here from Pokemon Talk. Okay. Ben is a famous DJ, blah blah blah. Good God, man. Alright. Thanks for watching. I hope you watch more of my videos in the future. Thanks for stopping by. Bye bye.